Welcome to the Journal for Advancing Sport Psychology and Research, JASPR for short. In this video, we will explain what happens to your manuscript once you hit the submit button. More specifically, this video will tell you all about the peer review process JASPR uses to maintain rigorous undergraduate and graduate student-led scholarly publications. So what is peer review? Peer review is the primary means of quality control used by scholarly journals to ensure the research articles that are published are original, valid, and reliable. To maintain the integrity of the peer review process, JASPR engages in a double-blind review, meaning the identity of the authors and reviewers are unknown to each other. You may wonder what happens to the manuscript once you click Submit. Once a manuscript is submitted, it will undergo an intake review by the junior editor-in-chief and the editor-in-chief. The purpose of this intake review is to determine whether the manuscript is 1. Appropriately fit for the scope of JASPR, 2. Of interest and relevance to JASPR's readership, and 3. Has been prepared according to the journal's submission guidelines. When the manuscript meets these 3 required criteria, it will be forwarded on to the next phase of review. If the manuscript fails to meet these criteria, it may be rejected. In the next phase of review, the manuscript will be sent to the associate editor, who will assign a junior associate editor responsible for conducting a critical evaluation of the manuscript and identifying suitable blind reviewers. Upon approval of the reviewers from the associate editor, the junior associate editor will invite reviewers to review the manuscript. Invited reviewers will include both students and professionals. Once the reviewers have submitted their reviews, the junior associate editor compiles all reviewers' feedback and presents these to the associate editor. Together, they evaluate the reviewers' feedback and make a critical and informed decision on the outcome of the review. Possible outcomes include accept, revise and resubmit, or reject. This decision and reviewers' feedback will then be passed back to the junior editor-in-chief and the editor-in-chief, who, upon careful review of the materials provided, will make a final decision on the manuscript and inform you, the corresponding author. If the manuscript is rejected, JASPR is not the right home for your manuscript at this stage. We hope you and any co-authors will take the feedback provided from the peer review, make changes accordingly, and consider alternative publishing outlets for the manuscript. If the decision is to revise and resubmit, you and any co-authors will be asked to address the reviewer's comments in an updated version of the manuscript and submit it back for a second round of reviews. Importantly, revise and resubmit decisions do not necessarily imply the manuscript will be accepted. It must undergo peer review again and ultimately meet the scientific rigor required for publication. Upon acceptance for publication, the manuscript is passed on to the managing editor for copy editing. As the author, you will receive final proofs for review shortly before publication. It's important for authors to review and return the proofs to the managing editor in a timely manner to ensure there are no mistakes in the proof. Here at JASPR, we want to be as transparent and informative as possible about what happens when you submit a manuscript. So we hope you found this video useful. Thank you again for considering JASPR for your research.